Discord. Let's turn our cameras on if we can, you guys. I love to see your faces, but I just want to say hello. Hello, Diane. It's so good to see you on, little lady. Hopefully you guys had a good Thanksgiving. Who's up there? Oh, I don't even know. I can't see who iPhone is. Shelly. Shelly, of course it's Shelly because Shelly doesn't know how to change her name on her rename. Shells. Got it. Now I know who it is. Hey, Holly. What's up, Marlene? Hey, Gabby. You inspire me so much, Gabby. You have no idea. Hey, Heather. Congrats, little lady, on your $1,000 bonus. Marlene, what's up? You got a $1,000 bonus too. I love it. Bailey Mickelson, Miss Rockstar, she's on. I'm so excited, you guys, for Miss Bailey. You guys, she is down 6 pounds, probably more now, from our gut health reset. And it's exciting because, she doesn't drink coffee. And so it's nice to know, and I want you guys to know that the coffee is amazing, right? But some people just simply don't drink coffee. And so I don't want you to think that we don't have products for them, right? Coffee came way after the company came. So focusing on that gut health reset, you guys, is huge. That is how Jess Satterley actually got $5,000 worth of bonuses, is she stuck to that gut health reset. It's the only thing she talked about. It's the only thing she does reels about. It's literally on repeat, on repeat, on repeat, on repeat is the gut health reset. And especially like Bailey, how she has her own personal results, girlfriend, you're going to run. I'm so excited for you. Kayla Holt, I see you on. I love when you turn your camera on, little lady. I know most of the time you're at work, but I always love when I get to see you. Hopefully you and Chloe had a good Thanksgiving. Lakin, fire, straight fire, little lady. I see you in the chat. Deshane, Jennifer, Natasha, hello, hello. Okay, you guys. So, I'm excited, but I want to get all the scoop. Tell me how much money in bonuses you made last month, whether it was you got 4 customers and a $100 bonus, or uh, whether you got a stocking stuffer bonus, $1,000. We're super, super, super excited about tonight's call. And so we're going to hear, because hello, Christmas cash is extended, and I'm calling it conference cash. Can we get down with that? Can we get down with conference cash because it's December, and guess what comes after December? Conference. And so this is no excuses, you guys. And let me tell you something that I heard today. You guys ready for this? It's some bad news. I'm just going to tell it to you. It's some really bad news, but it's actually really good news. Can that happen? Can that coexist? Conference will not be live streamed. Period. The end. There will not be a live stream for conference. You got to be there. Okay. So if you're planning a watch party or you're planning on doing something, 2020 ruined that for a lot of us. And that we never had done streamed tickets before then. And there is something about being in the room that changes dramatically. Okay. And so this is your conference cash. This is the way that you're going to get to conference, and to be able to pay cash for it, go after these bonuses. So, pen to paper, we want to write down our goals for December. We had an incredible November, and we're so thankful for November. And again, whether you got $100 bonus, that's some cash for Christmas, or you got $1,000+, it's a really exciting time. Okay. Or maybe you got your first customer and you earned some commissions. That's something to clap about too, because of the residual income that we have. And so tonight's all going to be about Christmas conference cash. And we're going to hear from a couple of the girls who actually earned over $1,000 in bonuses tonight. But a little birdie told me something that Lakin actually paid off. Lakin, can you unmute? Can she hear me? Or who did you say? Gabby? No, it was Gabby. It wasn't Lakin. I'm sorry. Gabby. I'm going to ask you to unmute. What did you pay off last month? Tell me.
I made my last payment towards my $20,000 personal loan I had taken out 3 years ago. And I paid it off 2 years early, but I'll tell you the story on that when you want.
Yes. No,
Yeah.
tell it now. Yeah.
Okay. Hi guys, I'm Gabby. I'm from Texas, San Antonio, and I am so excited to be on. All of you inspire me, by the way. I love each and every one of you. And that loan, so I had taken that loan out 3 years ago. At the time, it did what it needed to do for us, but along with that comes a massive payment each month. And we were able to make bigger payments on it because of this business, and I'm trying not to get emotional, but I'm a yellow on the inside. So, um, and I had been making even bigger payments toward it because of this business and the income I've been bringing in with this. That the like set time to pay it off was 5 years, but I was able to pay it off in 3 years less than right under 3 years. And the last payment was like $54.76. And I could have easily paid that off with my checking, our normal bank account. But I told myself, I was like, no, I'm going to earn at the beginning of November, I was like, I'm going to earn one $100 bonus. And that's going to be that last payment. I'm not going to pay that from my checking. Like, no. And I did. So we don't have that darn bill anymore. And I'm so excited about it.
That's a big deal. Congratulations, you guys. Give it up for Gabby in the chat, who, you guys, these goals don't have to be huge, but man, they take a heavy burden off, right? And even $100 goes a long way. Gabby, thanks for sharing.
Of course.
So exciting. Shells, Shake It Shell, you guys know her, diamond leader in the company, absolutely incredible. Just went over her 1 year mark, and she made the decision. Here's the thing, right? Like, I don't care where you've been, I care where you're going. And when Shelly came in last month and she was like, I'm going for this. And you guys, I think oftentimes we do this to ourselves too, is like, what have I done over the last few months? Well, I haven't enrolled 20 customers in the last 3 months. I haven't enrolled 24 customers in the last, 6 months. How am I ever going to do it this month? You guys, let me tell you something. I'm going to give you a number, and I'm sure I'm wrong. She's going to correct me, but Shake a Shell earned $2,000 in bonuses last month. I was so mind blown, so inspired, but something that shifted for her was host to post. So Shelly, tell us about this $2,000, you guys. Give it up for Shelly in the chat. $2,000 while working a full-time job, while teaching class, all the things. Your boss.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
What's up, everyone? Hello. I think the biggest thing was you can't get in your own way and focus on, like Amber said, where you been. Where you been? It's all about the past, the past, the past. The past doesn't matter like the now. And I think I was too busy kicking myself or kicking a rock, like, oh, well, I was doing this and I used to be this, but you know what? That didn't get me anywhere. So I love helping people. I love money. You put the two together, game on. And I kind of got to a place again where I was struggling again. Like, to be serious and real and transparent, I was struggling again. What I was running away from or wanted to be done with that life, I was right back there. So when the company offered money, we just happened to have a Monday night call a few weeks ago with, I don't even remember her name on it. I was like, it lit me up. If you know anything about me, I'm so competitive, but I'm so truly excited and cheerleader for everybody else. But I took exactly what she said to do. I hated hosted posts. I am a belly to belly, bring it on person, face to face, inspiring. That's what I do, what I teach. And I hated them. I hated them. I literally, hate is the word. They were not comfortable for me. I didn't like doing them. I felt like it was hokey, but the way it was worded, and the girl was wording her stuff and she shared with it, resonated with me, because I'm like, I am a product of the product. I have these results. It works just like that. I know people on Ozempic, it's tearing their body apart. So I got a testimony of exactly what was said, and I started running that night. I just started, hey, will you send this? Will you send this? Will you send this? Will you send? And they're like, yes, 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 yes. And I mean, it was like I couldn't even keep up. My hands were smoking. Like, I was trying to keep up with everything going on. I probably have been in over 200 conversations, but being friends, being funny, being silly, using the voice memo. And I've even had them reach back out. They're like, girl, can we hire you for the hype person? Like, we're excited for ourselves because you're excited for us. And it's just literally like, and I tell them, I'm a product of the product. These are my results. This is what I've done. This is what I've experienced. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited. And just assuming, I changed the word. We listened to the pastor yesterday in church about hope and how we misuse the word hope. I hope you do it. I hope you have a good day. I hope to see you again. I took that out of my dialogue because I was like, well, I hope you do it. And I said, no, I'm so excited for you. You're going to love this. And I started changing from kind of maybe sort of, hoping they do it to, you're going to love this. And I also started saying to people, so far, the people who have been on it have been saying, I have more energy. I have my pants are looser, my midsection sore. So I already started telling them what other people have been saying, like this could be you too. And so I just started assuming. I started running. I was so focused because my goal became against myself. Last November I had 26 perks members. This November I had 31. Like my goal was to beat my own goal. So I've got 3 already in December. My goal is to wrap up another 3 to 4 within the next, maybe 5 in the next 24 hours. Like I'm not stopping, game on, but I needed to be where I've been this summer to turn back on. I needed that Monday night call. I needed to resonate with someone. I needed to have my own testimony of starting another 30-day again and seeing my pictures again. I needed the fire because my flame was like, and it literally like someone just, whoo, I know who the someone was. You know what I'm saying? It was a higher power, and just a tribe was like, welcome back, sis, and just supporting me and loving me because it is easy. Like, well, I'm not on the calls anymore, and I'm not. But it's like I needed to get out of my own way, and I start running. But I'm real. I'm not fake, and I'm a product of the product. And I truly am excited for people because it is life changing. If you've ever struggled with your weight, struggled with your gut, struggled with your energy, and you have your own results, you understand the life changing. And so you project that in your voice when you're talking to people because that's real. It's not fake.
So good. So good, Shelly. And then all your distributors, you guys. So 2 full Christmas cash. It was like every day. I almost like threw her the middle finger emoji and it was like, shut up,
She
sit
did.
down, get back to your where you were. Like, I'm coming with you. But you know what it did, you guys? It really pushed me. It really pushed me because in our team, and I want to show you guys this. This is like literally proof in the pudding. If you guys don't do host to post, which again, don't wait until the 25th to do host to post. Do it and then 10x your efforts. Shelly didn't do 5 host to post today. Shelly didn't send 5 messages a day and wait for the return. Shelly
Yeah.
didn't go just 5 posts of her own a day. She was constantly in her messages. I got told I was a scammer twice last week. Cool, voice memo and be like, no,
And
girlfriend, I'm not a
yeah.
scammer. Like, use your voice
Yeah.
memo. Who cares? I don't care what people say. I'm not a scammer. Like, it doesn't matter. Are you going to get told no? Yes. Are you going to send out 60 messages for 2 replies? Yep, you are. Get over it. Keep going forward, keep going forward. And the thing is, you guys, what's cool about this harvest that Shelly's going to see in December, and all of us who did, I want to say on Thanksgiving Day, you guys, I sent close to 150 messages on
Mm-hmm.
Thanksgiving Day. How many other people were working on Thanksgiving Day? Because I knew that everyone took off the gas, or everyone put on the brake, I'm on the gas because I know that there's going to be a harvest that's coming. What's cool about watching this is that half of those seeds, now they're watching her. Well, guess what she's going to do this month? Every time she gets a testimony in, screenshot posts, screenshot testimonies, screenshot testimonies, screenshot testimonies. People want to see testimonies. Testimonies creates trust. If you're not sharing testimonies about your own results, that's where you're lacking. I would suggest you do that. Just like Shelly said, here's my pictures, here's my pictures, here's my pictures. And Shelly, can we be honest? You had a before and after picture in the beginning of your business. And guess what, guys? Life happens. We all gain
Yeah.
weight, gained and lost over 12 years. And every time I gain, guess what I do? I make more money. Hey, because then I can lose it
Yeah.
again. And so I don't really care. There's not. And so now Shelly has this new after picture where she took 30 days in October, seriously, and tracked her results. She took people on a journey with her. Do you
Yeah.
guys see the difference? Why do people cling to that? Because it's truth and it's testimony and they trust her. Even though they're strangers, even though they aren't following her, haven't been following her. And I just want
Well,
to go ahead, Shell.
I was going to say, on top of that, so many people have told me, I visited your page because I did what you told me. I freaking started inviting. I mean, my numbers legit. I can see how many people are viewing my page because it's a business page for my Shake It. It literally went from only maybe 7,000. It dropped down to watching me on a rolling 30 days to 20,000 people watching me on a consecutive. But they're like, I visited your page. I visited your page. I saw your page. I saw you. I saw your page. And then so that when I send them my pictures, that's me. When they hear me talking on the camera, that's me. That's me.
Preach, girl, preach. But this is what I want to show you guys, okay? And our team for Host to Post. Now I'm going to show you guys because we put all our entries in there. So let me show you what Shelly's looks like. Are you guys looking at my screen? Do you guys see this? This is all the Host to Post, all her customers. Oh, we're not done. We're not done. Hold on. Hold on. There's a couple more. There's a couple more because she couldn't fit it into one text message. right? Oh, here's a whole nother slew of them right there. Do you guys know how many people that is? And then if we look at other people that, I look at Lynn. These are Lynn's. Tell me you're working without telling me you're working. Guess who got $1,000 bonus? Lynn. This is all Lynn. This is all hers. So when we look at this, there's proof in the pudding, right? What do yours look like? 5 throughout the whole month? Are you going to get the reward? Right? Like, are you going to get those clothes? So see you, Shell. Thanks for sharing,
Love you
girlfriend.
guys. See ya. Bye.
She's got to go teach and she's going to catch the recording. But this is what I want to share you guys is that I know exactly who is going to get what. I can tell based on how many hosted posts they get up, how many messages sent, and their enrollments. And so if we look at, well, how did she get 31 customers? Well, look at those numbers. Look at how many messages she sent, right? Everyone can go after the same recipe. It's just how many ingredients you got to put in it, right? Lynn, are you on this call, girlfriend? I want you to come on next, and then Merlane, we're going to hear from you.
Me on Nick.
Oh, where are you, friend? There you go. Oh, here you are.
No, I'm on, but I'm in Ross.
I love it. Shopping away, girl. Sending that Christmas cash. How did you do it last month, Lynn? You guys, not only this, Lynn got her $1,000 Christmas cash bonus. She also double promoted executive and Ruby in the month of November. Job well done, girlfriend. I can't wait to see this Christmas cash check for you. Tell us how you did it.
I mean, you kind of touched on it just now already, but like, it's all about messaging. Like, I probably can't even count how many people I messaged. So just like messaging over and over. And then I think just not letting people say no to you, like stop you. So like if somebody didn't want to order, I would just send them a host to post ask. So like it was just like an ongoing circle of work, I guess. Just keep it going. But lots and lots of messaging and keeping track of who you're talking to and all of that.
Keeping the pipeline full, girlfriend. And again, she's committed. So when people tell her no, people tell her she's a scammer because she gets it. She's just like, okay, cool. Next person, next. Like, it's almost like for every no you get, go send 5 more. Every no you get, go send 5 more. So Lynn, what does this Christmas cash and Ruby promotion mean to you?
I'm gonna be honest, I've had a really rough month this month. Like my kids just started basketball and it's getting into Christmas. So that helped me pay my rent, honestly.
Yeah. And that's okay, you guys. Here's the thing. That the thing is like the money doesn't have to go towards Christmas, but guess what? Is nice. Having rent paid before Christmas. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Not worried about being late because knowing that you pay rent, you're going to spend a lot more money on those gifts and without the guilt because you have had that paid off. Lynn, I'm so happy for you. So proud of you. Job well done. Anything you want to add before you jump off? Or don't
I think the biggest thing is what holds people back is just hearing people say no. Like just know that people are going to say no and people are going to ghost you, and that's just normal. Like move on. Just make sure you're moving on.
Fast. Yep. I love you, girlfriend. Enjoy Ross. Enjoy your shopping. Can't wait for you to be go after. What's your goal this month? You got one last month. Are you going for it again this month?
Hold on. I'm going for diamond and another $1,000 bonus.
Let's go. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's go, girlfriend. Proud of you. All right, Merlane, girlfriend. Are you on? There you are.
I am.
You guys, Miss Merlane is somebody that is a force to be reckoned with. If you guys don't follow her, follow her. She is unreal, amazing. The girl gets up at 5:30 every single day, does her Bible time, has her time with the Lord, gets after her work, trains her teams. And you guys, she fell just shy of 2 Christmas cash bonuses and earned 1. And so tell us about that. How did you get there?
Oh, thank you. I was so disappointed when I didn't get my second. I was like 130, 100 and after all, I was 130 BV away. I had 25 customers, 7 distributors, I was just like, oh my God. And on Sunday, I felt so bad. I was like, oh my God, I didn't get the second Christmas cash. I was like, felt like a complete failure. But then I had to smack myself really hard. I said, hey, you got a Christmas cash and what are you doing? I got up and went to church and praised God because no matter what, it's like that's a big win. And I was able to help 25 people get started on a product and help 7 people get started with this opportunity. That's a huge win. I have to tell you a quick story about the Christmas cash, guys. So when I heard of, I always like I've been in the business for about almost 10 years. It'll be 10 years on the 5th of December. And so every time they bring Christmas cash, I'm gonna go for it. And I go as hard as I can to get as many I can get. So, but this year, I I wanted a Christmas tree, a beautiful Christmas tree. So when they said they announced the Christmas cash, I said, you know what? I'm gonna give my kids a nice Christmas tree because I never had one. I never learned how to decorate one. So I'm gonna figure it out and whatever I do to pay for it. And this is what it's gonna go towards. And this is one of the things about, and I shared that on my page. The Christmas tree is beautiful and it could, and I hesitant about sharing it, but I called Amber and I told Amber, this is what what I'm paying for the with the Christmas tree. She said, go live, talk about it. I was like, really? She said, yes. And I said, okay. I took a picture of the Christmas tree. I I I I shared the story and I got so many messages. They're like, oh my God, really? So this business pays for the big things and the small things and everything in between. When you have a goal, you just go for it. Don't stop until you get it done. Like Amber said, she sent 150. I sent about 400 messages. 400 um, on my phone, not just one platform, on my phone, on Instagram, on WhatsApp, on there's another one. I can't remember the other platform, but just know I use all my platform. If I have 4 platforms, I use all 4 and send 100 messages each. So you guys, you're gonna get the no's. You're gonna get people are busy. Like I'm getting a lot of messages now saying, I am so sorry. Can I still order? Can I still join? I was like, yes, you can. You can. Yeah, it's okay. It's like, so don't give up because you did not see results. You just got to keep going. So
And you guys, when she says a Christmas tree, like she's not talking about a little dink thing. Like this is a beautiful, she hired somebody to bring in this Christmas tree and decorate it for her. Like, and you guys, the look on her face when she called me, she was like, Amber, I have never had a Christmas tree decorated before. My kids, right, Merlane? Like, am I telling the truth or am I lying? You guys, I want you to think about something. Merlane is Haitian. How many of us, I have 3 Christmas trees in my house. And do I walk around in gratitude for the lights that I had to go buy? In the bulbs that I had to put up, in the amount of ladders I had to climb to get to the top of these stupid trees? And here you have people that just want one for Christmas. And because of this business, there is a Christmas tree. And if you know that a Christmas tree on Christmas does something to your soul. It does something for the season. And here we are just so used to it. We forget that the simplest things, you guys, that drive people could be a freaking Christmas tree. And then she was like, I'm gonna have to pay her back coming next year. And I said, let me tell you about a bag that you can put that artificial tree in and zip it up and it all can stay in place with the decorations on it. She was like, what? You're kidding me. So Merlane, just watch out because if your 10 years coming up, I like Amazon gifts. So just hang tight, sister. But you guys, it's so beautiful to see the humbleness of what this can do. And here you're like, if it's not $6,000, it ain't worth it. What if we praised the $50 just like we would the $100? And what if we gave thanks and gratitude for the $100 like we do the $1,000? You never know what someone needs. And let me tell you guys this, share these stories. because there's somebody on your profile who doesn't have a Christmas tree. That now that you've shared this story and you know this story might inspire them to join your team and get $100 for Christmas so they can have presents under the tree. But you're too prideful to share that kind of stuff. You're too good to share that kind of stuff. You're too rich. My business is too blessed, but I'm still broke, right? Humble yourself and talk about the simplest things. Do you guys know how hard it was today for me to go spend $600 on my dog's vet visit? That's half my Christmas cash bonus. And guess what I had to go tell my kids today? That cut into Christmas cash. But thank God mom has another 3 weeks before Christmas that I will work my tail off to be able to buy Christmas and afford Christmas and give back for Christmas because I can. So Merlane, when I say you better be dang loud about that Christmas tree, I want to see it in every post. I want to see it every day. I want to see your praise like it's going to be. You better keep it up actually 365 days. You just keep that thing in your house, girl. That's the money tree, right?
It's in my stories and every day. Like I'm like, oh my God, these people gonna get tired of me.
I don't care. Get tired of my Christmas tree. Wait till July. How about that? How about that? Right? That tree can stay up for Valentine's Day and you can hire her to come decorate it for Valentine's Day. Easter's coming around. Lord knows we like a treat during Easter. You guys, the simple things. What are you grateful for today? It doesn't have to be something big in this business, but as you share those moments of gratitude, that's when grace follows. And gratitude is the key to abundance. And if we want that super abundantly, our pastor spoke this. He was like, super abundantly, it's a word. And if we want that life, let's be super abundantly grateful for the simple things. Okay. Just like she said, I had to smack myself and be like, oh, I missed 2. Well, what did I have? How many of you guys missed a goal? Guess what? You're going to miss a whole lot more. Part of life. And it's then that you will sink or swim. If you think I got here 12 years later hitting every single goal, you are dead wrong. You think a $100 bonus miss is bad? Wait till you miss a $10,000 bonus. Because you will. Right? But guess what? If you keep going, you'll get that $100 bonus. You'll get that $10,000 bonus. You will. Keep going. It's worth the push. Okay? It's worth the push. Oh, I love it. Christmas pajamas. Yes. All right, you guys, we have a couple more who earned some Christmas cash. Miss Heather Mees. You guys, I love this girl so very much. She has been a part of the business now 7 years, right, Heather? 7, 6, almost 7. Yeah. And you guys, she inspires me so much. First, by her own personal results. The girl has always led with her own personal results. And I think one of the coolest things, Heather, about your story is watching what your body was like. Then you fixed it, right? And when I say body, you guys, I don't talk about like image. You understand? I talk about gut health. The way that her body was, her gut was, you could literally see it in the inflammation, in her face, in her eyes. It's why, Heather, I think you have one of the most wild transformations I've ever seen in my life in 12 years. And you guys, the reason why she fixed her gut health, then guess what happens when you fix your gut health? Well, conveniently, she ends up getting married and pregnant. Oh, so convenient, right? So she gets married and pregnant. And still during her pregnancy, taking the products, right? Taking the products, still focus on her gut health. Well, because when I'm pregnant, I think my gut's more important than when it wasn't pregnant, because now there's 2 of me, right? That need to feed off of this gut health. And so she has this baby. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, girl, did you even have a child? Like, how do you have a before picture, have a baby, and have an incredible after picture? It's wild, but you guys, she leads with her own results. How many, so is anyone getting the clue tonight? Like what's something maybe you need to take home and what's something you need to really, really, really focus on and become obsessed with? It's your own. It's cool to praise everybody else, but it's even more important to say, these are my 7-day results on Ozempic. That's all I have, you guys. I only have 7 days. So guess what I do? I send it. Heather has so many before and after pictures in the 7 years that she's been here. But the coolest one is before pregnancy, after. I'm like, let's go, queen. Let's go. Heather, how did you get that $1,000 Christmas cash while working, you guys, a job?
Yeah.
Heather, come on, tell us.
Thanks, Amber. Hi guys. So what you just mentioned though, working a job, this is something very new for me. I just at the end of October went back to work for the first time in 6 years. Um, Prior to that, this has been my full-time income, but now being a new mom, I say new, our daughter's going to be 14 months this month, and so she's not so new anymore. She's, over a year old. But I had this huge, life shift this last 6 weeks with going back to work for the first time in 6 years. And so through the month of November, there was a lot of life happening. I was transitioning to going back to work and trying to find balance between being mom, being working a job, being a business owner. And so you can do it all. You can do both. You can work a job, you can be a mom, you can be a business owner, you can have success. But I think the biggest thing for me first was just having the belief that I could do it. There's been so many incredible things that have happened in my journey. I mean, like you said, I've been with the company now actually coming up on 8 years. I've hit presidential diamond. I've seen a lot of success, but I've also seen, I've seen some low moments. And to be honest with you, I've really counted myself out the last few times we've had incentive trips, we've had bonuses and things like that. And in my mind, I tell myself like, oh yeah, that sounds great. And I'm going to go for it. But like my belief has always been lacking and I've failed to like execute. Like I've gotten stuck in like the thought process, like the how. And so if you're there tonight thinking like, you know what, like, man, $1,000, like even if it's just $100 bonus, you guys, like whatever that goal is for you first, like you have to know what it is that you want because you can't hit a target if you don't know what you're aiming at. So you need to know what it is that you want, but then you need to have a belief that you can actually do it. Because if the saying is true, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. And so don't get caught up in thinking too much about it and thinking about the how. Just make the decision tonight. You need to make a decision and literally like Shell was saying earlier when she was talking, her and I must have been on the same Zoom back in November because it lit a fire in me and I decided not to think on it. Even though you guys, I was tired. I got off the Zoom. I'm East Coast. So, by the time I settle down, it's, 10 p.m. and I'm like ready for bed. But I'm like, no, like I need to start building that momentum now. I need to get that fire lit. I need to make a post. I need to get into conversations. I need to show my excitement. I need to get into stories. And you guys, it was host to post. It was host to post all day long. Every single Perks member that I signed was from host to post and follow up. So it was that same Zoom, I think early on in November. And you guys, like first and foremost, like if you're here tonight that says that you're eager, that you want it, but you also need to like take what you're getting from this, like focus and like lean in and take what you're getting and implement it, and not just implement it, but implement it consistently. And so I took what this, I think it was Caitlin that we had on the beginning of November. She had already earned literally like the first 2 weeks of the month had already earned her $1,000 Christmas cash bonus. And I'm like, okay, she's done it. And she literally is telling me how to do it. Like, how easier does it, like, it doesn't get any easier than that. It's so simple. I just had to make the decision and show up consistently and do it. And so, I did host a post. So rather than like doing my stories and my content and my posting, like my first task every single morning was to get 20 host to post message requests out. And you guys, 20 messages was it for me. Like there were some days that I sent more, but if I can be 100% real with you, if I sent out my 20 host to post messages, I felt good about that because that was a lot more than I had been doing. I wasn't using host to post at all. So for me, if I got and I'm a big believer in like focusing on the output and not the outcome. So I could have sat there some days and been like, oh, I sent 20 messages, but nobody posted. I sent 20 messages, but I didn't get any yeses. I could have focused on the negative, like the outcome, but instead I was like, I sent my 20 messages. Heck yes. Like, I'm so proud of myself. Like, I'm being consistent. I'm showing up. I'm doing the work. And I know that the work always yields results. And so I just focused on getting those 20 messages up. I have to get a baby ready in the morning. I have to drive over an hour to my job. I have to be there. And so by 6 a.m. every single morning, my 20 messages were out. And so that was like my non-negotiable. I didn't care if I got a post up. I didn't care if I got my stories. Because you guys, if you follow me, like I'm all about content. I love creating content. I love to create the pretty pictures and the pretty stories and like editing and all the things. I love it. But guess what, you guys? That wasn't making me money. That wasn't getting me anywhere. Getting into conversations is going to get you raise your commissions. Okay. And so I made my first task of the day, my non-negotiable is getting those 20 messages out. Once I got host to post going up, I was using Burn for the host to post. So again, I have my own personal results. And so that was a huge help too when I got into conversations. If you don't have your own results, share somebody else's. That's okay. Results in general are going to sell, but it obviously is super helpful if you have your own. And if you don't, let this be the month that you start. Okay. So I would get into host to post. I would keep track of the conversations. I got organized. I had a potentials list. So that way I knew who to go back and follow up with, because not everybody, most people don't sign on the spot. And if you don't know who you need to follow up with or who you're in conversations with, like you're doing the hard work. Like the hard work is finding the potentials and getting in the conversations and giving them all the information. If you're missing that last little step of going back and following up and sealing the deal, you're really missing out on like 80% of your sales. Okay. So following up was huge for me. And then once I had somebody host a post, two of my three distributors that signed up were people that came from host to post, right? So I always offer the opportunity after they post, because that's essentially doing what we do. And so I asked them, hey, thanks again so much for posting for me. I don't know if extra income is something that you could use right now, but what you just did is basically what I'm doing to supplement my income right here on social media. And especially if their host to post was blowing up, like, and your network is so intrigued and so interested, you can have your first few customers and first bonus right here with this first post. And so that got me into conversations about the business. If I got into conversations with Perks members and the cost, was, guys, it's the holidays, right? It's an expensive time of year. Not everybody has that flexibility in their budget. Again, don't let that no be like a no to everything. Transition. If they couldn't afford the products, they transitioned and started talking about the business. I have so many potentials, like more now than ever. And I'm so excited. Like Amber said, there's seeds planted, and I know that it's going to be a huge harvest, especially with New Year's resolutions coming. Even if some of these people don't sign up until after the holidays, I'm still now going to build that connection through this month. I'm going to make sure that I'm liking and commenting on their posts, that I'm building that relationship, and I'm going to know who to do that with, because I'm writing them down on my potentials list. So I'm going to be intentional and make sure I'm following up and staying in touch with those. And let me see if there was anything else in here that I forgot. I think that was it. But yeah, you guys, host to post is where it's at. As much as I wish it wasn't that, it is what it is, and it works. And what I love, you guys, is it's simple. And when it's simple, it's easy to do. You can be consistent with it. And so if you need to do something this month, I would recommend definitely host to post.
That's the thing, Heather. Oh my gosh, so fire, you guys. And this is the thing. She's like, "Okay, what's the biggest thing that I can do?" A lot of us sometimes pour the simple ingredients in, but we miss the big one, right? And the big one is messaging. You've got to be in conversations. And I tell people this when I'm talking to them as a potential distributor, you're going to talk about the products, and you're going to ask people, and you're going to talk about a business. Can you do those things? If you tell me no, then this business probably isn't for you. Did I step on some toes? Because in any business, no matter what you do, I was a hairstylist for 10 years. Well, guess what I had to ask people? Can I cut your hair? Can I bring you in as a client? Do you want this shampoo? How about a scalp treatment? Do you want a cut today? It's a half off. Guess what I had to do? Talk about products, talk about the opportunity to come and let me be your hair. I had to sell them. So while Heather is sitting here, she's like, okay, I know that I get to be mom, Heather. And this is something, Heather, that I don't think that you maybe intentionally did, but I'm certain you probably did. So I wouldn't put it past you. But you guys, what was so cool, this like just melts my heart, because Heather, I think for so many times we have seen high highs and we have seen low lows in this year in this business. You guys are in life in general, right? And I just know how much you know that I believe that you can have it all. You can be a rockin' mom, a banging business owner, right? We can have date nights, we can have friends, we can have social nights, we can have a booming business, we can have it all. I believe in that. Okay? Drop a 1 if you believe you can have it all. I don't have to just be a business owner and work till I'm dead in the grave. I don't have to just be a stay-at-home mom and lose my identity. I can go back to work. I don't have to just work and never see my kids. You guys, this business is the vehicle to have it all. Okay? Now I'm going to get real passionate about it. But one of my favorite things was watching Heather work so hard every day. But you know what she did? She eliminated. She eliminated group chats she was in that were a massive distraction. That because how many times do we go through the group chat and then we think we're working and we're an hour later and we're catching up with things? She removed herself from group chats. Was something wrong with your business? No. On our team, that's a maturity thing. You remove yourself from a chat, like I'm not like, oh, what's wrong? I'm like, oh, she's focused. Get after it, girl. No problem. Right? But the coolest thing was watching Heather work her job, be grateful for her job. The hour there and back, what she did in that hour, I know she was listening to personal and professional development or on sending voice memos and catching up with things. You guys, I know that. I don't have to ask her and I don't talk to her every single day. I know that. I can see the results from that. Watching her spend quality time with family during the holidays and birthdays. So special. And her completing this bonus on the 30th of the month. On the 30th of the month. So she could be absolutely present at a wedding on the 31st. I looked at that picture, Heather, of you at that wedding, and I thought, how good is God that you would finish that bonus a day early, and how different that wedding would be if you only needed one more customer, if you only needed one more customer, if you only needed one more. At that tipping point, would you give up? Would you press? Would you be pissed off that you are at this wedding, but you can't physically, like, you guys, I saw that picture and I actually cried. Shocker. I know I cry all the time, but I cried for her. Heather, if this is why we have worked so hard for 7 years, is to have it all. For Heather to find Heather, for Heather to be able to serve people and get out of her house for her mental health and financial blessings. Come on, somebody, right? For you to give the opportunity for somebody to watch your baby girl and spend quality time with her, to be able to be at the wedding and not be stressed out about it. That's what this is about. So Heather, job well done. You set the goal. You were so dead focused. You did not let anyone come in your way. And I'm honored to get to do this with you. I'm honored that you're on this team. I'm honored that you inspire so many. So that's it, friend. It makes me happy. It makes me happy. And you guys, it makes me happy because it reminds me of what's possible. And so if you're thinking like, man, it's not possible for me to make $1,000 before Christmas and work a job, it is. Man, it's not possible for me to send out 20 messages before 6 a.m. It is. You're just choosing not to. Man, it's not possible for me to work a full-time job and get all this done. Then guess what you can do? Guess what the first thing she did was? It's not content, it's conversations. It's not content that gets us paid, it's conversations. And so reality check is, what is the most important task that we're not doing because we're worried about the rest of the tasks that actually only produce if we follow the conversations? So when we say Christmas cash is available, it's available. And you guys, when you make this about other people, it's a lot easier on yourself. It's a lot easier to be disciplined. It's weird. I don't know why we do things for other people, but we don't do it for ourselves, right? I'm so proud of you, Heather. Like freaking awesome. It was almost like she just kind of was like, hey, $1,000. I was like, girl, I see you. But it was like to everyone else, they might have been like, Heather removed herself from the group chat. Heather's not, she would message me, Amber, I'm not in the group chat. Tell me what's up. And I'm like, here you go, girl. Like, I love when leaders can recognize what's giving them life and what's not. And say, it's not that there's nothing wrong with a group chat. She's like, I don't need to be in there. I'm focused, right? And that's where the prize is. Your lane, your mission, your goal, run after it. No excuses, you guys. None. None. Do you hear me, Chantel? None. There is no reason, you guys. Zero. Gabby, you got the Christmas cash bonus as well. How did you do it? What was the tools in your tool belt that you used to go after this?
Yeah, so I mean, we can give the tasks all day long. We all know what we need to do, like task wise, but I feel like you have to just decide. Like, it was November 7th, and I was just sitting on my butt, like, not gonna lie. I was just sitting there, kind of like, I could not relate to Heather's story more right now because I work full time for my family's company, and I have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old boys, hence the tent behind me. There's tents everywhere in this house. But today, well, this weekend we went to Houston with my in-laws for the Renaissance Festival here in Texas. And then I earned the business, like, or the bonus, I closed it out on Friday night and I was able to enjoy Saturday. So I know that feeling. It was amazing. Like knowing that I reached that on Friday night, I was like, oh, like, I didn't stop there, but I kept going. But I closed it out Friday night. But just knowing, like, pump yourself up, decide you're going to do it. Because November 7th, I was like, all right, I got to get my head out of my butt, you guys. Like, not only for me, but my family deserves this, Like it's for them, it's for us. It doesn't just mean like we get at Christmas. It means our rent is paid, like Lynn was saying, or it means I get to take the boys out for snacks or whatever, like little things like that, like whatever you want to put it towards, but just know why you're going for it. And it doesn't have to be huge. Like my first goal was just to pay off, use this cash for that $54 last payment towards that loan. But then the full 1100 that I earn goes towards so much more for us. So it's like, just decide you're going to do it, pump yourself up, like get off of your butt and know yourself too. Like you have to be self-aware also. Cause I know, yes, I work from home, but if I sit on my couch after I take my boys to school, if I come home, sit on my couch, I'm not going to be as productive as I know I could be if I come sit at my desk or if I go to a coffee shop or get out of the house, get ready, whatever it is. Some days I feel like $1,000,000 in my pajamas. Other days I'm like, I need to actually put makeup on today, like to get yourself going and just be self aware, decide you're going to do it, and um, be yourself. That's the main thing. Yes, use the scripts, use the scripts for like the information part of things, but also send voice messages like crazy. Like we sound like broken records because we always talk about voice messages, but even if it's a buffer and you're new, like use voice messages as a buffer between like the board's messages. You know what I mean? Just so people hear you, they know who you are, and they hear your quirkiness, whatever it is. Um, but just deciding, you guys, and actually put the tips into action. Don't just show up and go to bed or go to sleep. Like Amber said, don't show up to Zooms. Yeah, you said this last week, I think. Like, don't show up to Zooms laying down in your bed. Like, get off. I don't know how to, I keep telling myself every day, like, get off your butt, get the work done, and just get your mind right, because that's the main thing.
I love it. There's a quote that goes around in the personal and professional development world and MLM world, and it says, "There's a day that you start, and there's a day that you decide." Y'all have already started. Some of you have started 10 times over, right? Some of us have actually started and stopped and started and stopped and started and stopped again and said I was going to start on Monday and I didn't and stopped again. And you guys, there's a decision day. And decision day is when you decide that you're worth it and other people are worth it. And it's actually not that difficult. It's actually not that difficult. It just requires discipline. And we're all disciplined. Every single one of us was born with a quality of discipline. It's just what we're disciplined in. It's what we're disciplined in. A lot of us are disciplined in scrolling TikTok for 16 hours a day. A lot of us are disciplined in following everyone else besides what we're posting on social media. A lot of us have the discipline of posting hearts and comments on every other sideline of a distributor, but are not sending out your messages, right? Like we're all disciplined. It's just discipline in what? We're disciplined in watching TV at 7 o'clock. We're disciplined in sleeping in on Saturday mornings instead of waking up and getting on a power hour. We're so disciplined, but that's why you are where you are. Discipline got you where you are. It just wasn't the right discipline in the right lane, right? So how do we shift that? You decide. And this is the other thing. This is why I tell people, do not miss Zooms, okay? Newsflash, I'm an ambassador, and if I don't show up on Mondays, chances are these Zooms aren't going to happen. I'm grateful I have a team that will probably step up if ever I can't, but guess who leads? Chantel leads, Heather leads, Gabby leads, Mama B leads, right? Laura Ann leads. We all lead. But what if I don't show up? I don't have an option not to, you guys. My dog's been sick. I literally have had the worst 2 days. Is somebody coming to save me or not? No. Is somebody going to send my messages for me? No. No. Is somebody going to make me decide that regardless of what's happening in my life, because life will life, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. What am I going to do? How am I going to decide to change it? If I don't like my situation, take action. If you don't like your paycheck, take action. If you don't like your energy levels, take action. If you don't like the way your pants fit, take action. You know, I got a text this morning from, actually, it was from a host to post. There's the result, right? Like, stupid freaking tool actually works when you use it. And what's wild is the girl that posted for me is actually with a different company, and we don't sell competing products, and it blew up, you guys. And now I'm in a conversation with her about coming over to our business. But even then she's like, no. And I'm like, girl, keep posting for me. I'll take your network all day long. But I got a customer, and that customer she got the 30-day drop system and the morning trio together. Okay. So that was the sale. So it was $200, right? It was an Ozempic, host to post. That was it. Okay. Same one everyone else is using. Who's been wanting to try Ozempic, but worried about the side effects? My girl Amber's looking for 8 people. Comment below. And here's what she said. She actually went into our group message today from the host to post. And this is what she said. Okay. She said right here, I've lost 5 pounds since starting. I'm seriously so happy I could cry, especially considering it was a holiday week. Tell me our products don't work. They don't work because you don't take them. They didn't work because Thanksgiving weekend, you didn't eat those fat fighters. How about that new rebranding on the fat fighters, by the way? Hey, so sleek, and the price point and the BB. It better be your best upsell, especially on the holidays with drinking and carbs and sugar. Everyone should have that on their auto shipment. Seriously, and gluten-free. Okay. So again, you guys, these products work. And so what did I do? I screenshot that and immediately went over to a 30-day drop, made a story. Testimonies create trust. Guess what else I'm going to go do? I'm going to ask her to go to that post and put her own testimony up, because it's her testimony. That's called the third-party close. It's not me, the one selling it. It's somebody else. So there's a day that you decide that you're just going to go for it. So I needed that one client to light a fire in me. I was like, okay, this is working. This tool works. You heard every single person on this Zoom, from Lynn, Merlane, Heather, Shake a Shell, Gabby, myself. How did I get my customers? It was host to post. It was host to post. Even a distributor I added from host to post. I went live, which I never do, but somebody said go live. So I went live, right? Success leaves clues. I didn't want to, but I decided I needed to. I didn't want to, but I decided I needed to. I didn't want to work out, but I decided I needed to work out. I didn't want to share the products, but I decided I needed the money. I didn't want to do this, but I decided I needed to. There's a decision. And me making that host to post, or somebody making a host to post and me going live, guess what she did? She came and checked out my profile, just like Shake It Shell said. Go check out my profile, see if I'm real. But guess what? Your resume better be on point. Your profile better have posts of the opportunity and the products. Your profile, your resume better be at a level 10 and look serious, like you are somebody trustworthy, because you're sharing testimonies, whether it's your own testimony or somebody else's testimony. That's what people need to see. And so I went live and started talking about the business and the products. Literally one day, I think it was right before I went to pick up my kids, I was like, I got to go live. I'm just going to go live. I don't care if anyone's going to be on. Oh, well, when's the best time to go live? Don't freaking worry about it. Go live. Okay. Somebody's on social media at some time and they're going to see it. And the cool part about social media is you can bump up a post from 4 years ago and it'll act like it's brand new. So it doesn't matter what time you go live. And she went live and I was already in a conversation about products. And she says, you know what? Sign me up for the business. I just watched your live. Okay. And then guess what she's done? Ghosted me. But guess what she still does? Comments on my post. Okay. Hi, Christmas Cash. Right? So you guys, not everything that you do will harvest the day that you do it. But I can promise you that a decision planted with good courage and good faith and a great, great, great attitude of excitement will last you 30 days to get these bonuses. It is a decision to be excited. It is a decision to say, before I go to bed, I cannot go to bed until I send 20 messages. You guys, all Heather did was 20. That should take you 2 minutes and 20 seconds or less. Do you understand that? Somebody asked how you're not getting blocked. I'm gonna touch base on this. When your behavior is consistent, you shouldn't be blocked. How about that? When your social media behavior, tasks, messaging, posts are all consistent, you shouldn't get blocked. Okay? If you show up on Friday and you haven't sent messages for 2 days and you try to send out 50 messages, you're going to get blocked. It's inconsistent behavior. If you never go live and then you go live 4 times in a day, you're probably going to get blocked. It's not consistent behavior. When you can do, and you guys, this is what I love. Again, one of the Zooms can change your business. The Zooms can change your life. The Zooms could be a decision day. One Zoom changed Merlane's, Heather's, and Lynn's, and I want to say Gabby's too. And I'm mine as well. I know. I was like, girl, yeah, like tell me what you're doing. If she can do it, I can do it. And then guess what I started doing? Going to the profile. If they made a post and it popped off, copied mine, let's go. Use that. Somebody said, well, I only post 3 times a day. Well, guess how many I post? I don't count how many I post. I don't care how many I post, but I want to make sure that I'm the first one that they see. I want to be so annoying that you block me, because that's how bad you need these products. So in your inconsistent behavior, watch how you're sending messages. The other thing is, if you're using boards, you shouldn't get blocked. But if you're using copied and paste messages saying paste, 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 and you're not changing that message 10% or more, you're going to get blocked. Okay. And then knowing that, can I sit there and have a post with 24 comments on it and go paste, 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 and it'll take me 24 seconds? Yes, I'm going to get blocked. But slowing down to speed up and being consistent in morning, consistent in noon, and consistent at night, that's called habit stacking. What habits are you going to do? And so being on that Zoom and watching that shift tracker, right? It's a new day. It's Monday, right? This is my shift tracker. I either did it or I didn't do it. The answer is not difficult. I either did it or I didn't do it, right? And then here's the noon. Did I do it or did I not do it? Now, I just started this literally today. So guess what? I'm going to get after this. And this should only take, I like literally don't turn on the TV. Whatever your trash show is, stop turning it on until you do your stuff. You're disciplined in turning on trash TV, but you're not disciplined in checking off the things. Right? So again, this is a shift tracker that we got from one of the girls in from one of our Zooms. So I just printed it off at home. And it's all things that you need to do, but it's also that creates that consistent behavior so you're not blocked from social. So that's how you do it. Okay? Yeah, but only one episode said no one ever. It's like one bag of popcorn said no one ever. One bite of the 4 Twix. Never. You guys, what a great Zoom. What a great Zoom. We have Monday Motivation right now happening on the road to VIP. And I want to say that it is with Jessica Satterley, who completed 5 Christmas cash bonuses, you guys, who is just a little rock star. Thank you guys for jumping on. I want to pray for us before we jump off. And then if we can, we'll get the recording up. And if you guys had people who missed this, send it to them, right? The second thing that I want you guys to do is I want to know your goals. I want to know them every day. I want you to be loud. I want you to be excited. I want you to show up. I want you to act as if you were already a diamond to ambassador leader. What would you do? How would you show up? Okay. Your goals better be out there and be loud. Okay. How much Christmas cash bonuses are you going to get? How many customers do you need? How many distributors do you need? And then what's your daily non-negotiables for you? Right? For you. Let's pray. Father, we just thank you for this day. We thank you for these women and men that pour into this business, Lord, and that have chosen this vehicle as an additional resource to their income and their health goals, Lord. We know that these products work. We are so thankful for them and the ingredients and the foundation that we can stand on, that we are family-owned, faith-based, that we are a debt-free company and these products actually work and they work fast and they work well and they work long-term, Lord. Give us the courage to just share our own personal testimonies because they are so vital, God. And we're so thankful for the increase in health as we use these products. And Lord, we just want expansion of our territory for anyone who needs these. Ask us, Lord, what to do and we will do it. We give you all the glory in everything that we do in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Let's take a little snappity picture real quick. Heather probably already took one because she has cute stuff in the background. I do not. So here we go. Smile if you're on camera, Gianna and Laura Ann. I see you, girl. Yes, Holly McAllister. All right, guys, there you are. Smile. Woo!